survival games have officially taken over. From Norse mythology to the frontier of space, the genre has continued to evolve, with countless survival games being released every year, but not all of them stand the test of time. The games we're talking about today capture the heart of what makes survival games great, and whether you're into zombie hordes, taming dinosaurs, sailing the high seas, or even getting shrunken down to the size of a bug in your own backyard, we have it all. Here are 13 amazing survival games you need to try. Valheim is a Norse mythology inspired survival and exploration game for 1 to 10 players set in a procedurally generated world. Here in Valheim, you must conquer the realm and slay monsters which Odin banished here long ago. Explore deep forests and freezing mountains, build new settlements on the other side of vast seas, and gain the Allfather's favor to become worthy of Valhalla. Gather materials and craft gear, tools, and ships. You can also decorate your base and farm needed crops and vegetables to prepare food and brew mead. As you progress through the game, you'll run into new biomes, new monsters, and standalone bosses with unique movesets. This game has been in early access for quite some time, but that time has finally come to an end, reaching its capstone of development with the Deep North update, adding the game's winter biome and completing its content roadmap. I would certainly consider this to be one of the most anticipated 1.0 releases in the survival game genre, coming in only a month's time as of the making of this video. Valheim is available on PC and Xbox, with PS5 and Switch 2 releases coming with 1.0. Project Zomboid is the pinnacle of zombie survival games. It may not seem like it at first glance, but when you realize how in-depth this game is, from looting, building, fighting, farming, and fishing, you'll understand why people love this game so much. The setting takes place in Knox Country, Kentucky in the 1990s, where you dropped into a random city and a pretext screen telling you from the get-go, this is how you died. And you will die, and die, and die. It may take a lot of deaths before you understand the game loop, scavenging houses for resources, finding a working car for transportation, and building up a defensible safe house before the power shuts off, which will bring a host of new problems like gathering gas for your cars, generators, electronics, as well as navigating a much darker world still crawling with zombies. I love this game because every new character you make will have their own unique adventure, and with the ability to choose an occupation at the start of the game, along with a host of traits and drawbacks, making it fresh every time. And when you add the new stable build that just came out, multiplayer, and mod support with this game, you can easily get hundreds of hours of fun from this game. At the making of this video, Project Zomboid is currently PC only. In Grounded, the story revolves around a group of children who have mysteriously shrunken down to the size of a bug. It's at this point the player must survive in a micro world of a suburban backyard alone or with up to 3 additional players. In this dangerous landscape, you must work together or alone to progress through the story-based quests, uncover the farthest reaches of the backyard, battle its aggressive creatures, and explore its unique biomes. Players must gather resources, craft tools, and build bases while searching for food and water to stay alive. Players can also craft armored weapons to defend against a host of deadly creatures. While exploring, some special locations will yield new tools or base recipes for endless playthrough possibilities. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids meets survival. This game has a pretty original and unique premise with all the survival games out these days, but not only does this one deliver on its uniqueness, it is also really good. Grounded 1 is a feature-complete game, and Grounded 2 is currently in early access at the making of this video. You can find Grounded on PC, Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. Enshrouded is a light survival action RPG set in a vast handcrafted world that gives you more freedom to build than most games in the genre. Shape the land itself through voxel terraforming, build sanctuaries amid the ruins, and uncover the echoes of a fallen age. Journey through forests, caves, dungeons, searching for secret knowledge and treasure. As you learn to survive, you'll need to build your strength to venture into the Shroud and bring back the fight to the horrors from below. With the ability to build voxel-based buildings, you'll be able to unleash your creative visions, allowing you to create grand architecture on an epic scale. You'll also be building not only for yourself, because NPCs will take refuge within your walls, unlocking advanced crafting recipes, and the ability to craft amazing weapons and armor. Enshrouded is also about to release its 1.0 update as of the making of this video, so now is the perfect time to jump into Enshrouded if you've been holding it off or haven't played in a while. Enshrouded is available on PC, while PlayStation and Series XS will be later with 1.0. 7 Days to Die is a voxel-based survival game where you're dropped into a randomly generated world with the core goal of surviving as long as possible against the elements and zombies. You'll need to constantly manage your food, water, injury, and illness, while gathering materials to craft and repair gear. The main threat in this game are going to be the zombies, who behave differently based on the day and night cycles. Slow and easy to spot during the day, fast and feral at night, with tougher variants appearing as the days progress. Zombies are drawn to player activity and will relentlessly pursue and destroy anything, including your fortifications once they detect you, so stealth and distraction are key tools for avoiding unnecessary fights. Their 3.0 update also dropped recently, dropping over 150 new sandbox customizations that let players build and share their own survival game modes, alongside a combining station for merging and repairing new items, a magnitude system for boosted item stat variants, 60 plus new POIs, and a completely redesigned main menu, making it one of the game's most player-driven and content-rich updates yet. 7 Days to Die is currently available on PC, PS5, and Series XS. Also, quick mention, y'all, don't forget to pay that King's tax of 1 like or 1 sub. Really helps the channel out, and I appreciate you. Windrose is a survival RPG set in a fantastical era of the age of piracy. The world is procedural and open world, focusing on base building, upgrading weapons and armor, and most importantly, pirate ship battles, whether it be with cannons or by boarding the enemy ships. The game focuses on solo and co-op content, allowing you to invite your friends' characters from their own world into yours or vice versa. The combat is Souls light, with dodge and perfect parry mechanics. You also have ranged weapons to choose from, such as muskets, pistols, or blunderbuss. Windrose is definitely the baby of survival games in this list, still being in early access and releasing this year, but still has had one of the biggest debuts, having over 250,000 players in its initial release. While not done, it's still high quality and has updates along the way. So if you're a pirate enjoyer, this game was made for you. Currently Windrose is PC only, but may come to consoles closer to its 1.0 release. Speaking of big debuts, let's talk about Palworld. Palworld is a monster taming survival game where you work alongside mysterious creatures known as pals. Discover 200 plus distinct pals, each boasting a diverse array of skills to aid your journey. Deploy pals to automate your production lines, ensuring a steady flow of resources, crops, and power. While every pal has a unique work style based on its personality, their well-being is in your hands. Be sure to provide proper food and rest to boost morale. Happy pals are the secret to a highly efficient operation. It would feel wrong not putting Palworld on this list. With the Nintendo drama and its insane 1.0 release, this game has been through the ringer, and yet it still came out on top, and honestly, I'm happy for them. While a lot of people will say this is Pokemon with guns, I'd argue it's more like Ark Survival Evolved, but with Pokemon instead of dinosaurs. If you like the idea of playing a game that meshes monster taming with survival crafting elements, definitely consider playing Palworld sometime. Palworld is available on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. I mean, since we mentioned it, we might as well talk about it next. Ark Survival. And this is more so about Survival Evolved, but still correlates with Survival Ascended. Ark drops you onto a prehistoric island crawling with dinosaurs and other primal creatures, where you're punching trees for resources 1 minute and taming a T-Rex the next. It's a full crafting and building survival loop layered on top of a massive taming system, where you can ride, breed, and build an army with dozens of tameable creatures, which is honestly I think the hook that keeps bringing people back over the decade. That's right, this game's been officially around for over 10 years, y'all. And this thing is still one of the most played survival games out there, which honestly tells you everything you need to know. Love it or hate it, you can't deny the impacts Ark has had on shaping the entire survival genre. Ark Survival Evolved, or Survival Ascended, is available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and even mobile. Our next one I want to talk about is a personal favorite of mine, and that is Conan Exiles, but the Enhanced Edition. Conan Exiles is a brutal open-world survival game set in the savage lands of the Conan the Barbarian universe. You start as an exile left to die in a vast hostile world, naked, alone, and surrounded by danger. After eventually being saved by Conan the Barbarian himself, you gather resources, craft weapons and armor, build massive fortresses, and eventually command armies of thralls and animals. While it's more combat heavy and fantastical than many of the games on this list, it shares that same raw, hands-on survival loop. Chop wood, mine stone, build, craft, and survive. But here, you will face ancient gods, enemy clans, and blood-soaked PvP. That being said, if you prefer the more chill PvE or co-op style gameplay, this game has many options for you like dungeons, thrall management, great base building, and even mod support. Conan Exiles recently released their Enhanced Edition, upgrading the game to Unreal 5. Currently at the making of this video, the Enhanced Edition isn't on console, but it is confirmed and coming for those interested. The base game is still fun though and has a lot of content to be had, so if you're on console, I still definitely recommend playing Conan Exiles as is, but if you are playing PC, jump into the Enhanced Edition. Alright, where are my thalassophobes at? Hopefully it's not just me. But Subnautica is a horror game wearing survival crafting clothing. Yet it is captivating and so iconic, it deserves a spot on this list. Subnautica starts with you being on a massive ship that gets shot down and crash lands onto a world almost completely made of ocean. Your pod does land in a shallow area, so it doesn't start off as scary, but when you start descending into the depths, 300, 500, 1,000 meters down, witnessing some of the most awesome but equally horrifying alien life, you may never want to leave the shallows again. Subnautica 1 is a feature-complete game, so if you were to play it, I do recommend this one. And if you do really enjoy this type of experience or you already have played it, Subnautica 2 is out already, though currently in early access at the making of this video. Subnautica is available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and mobile devices. Alright, let's talk about our final 3 games, starting with No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a game about exploration and survival in an infinite procedurally generated galaxy. Whether a distant mountain or a planet hanging low on the horizon, you can fly there. And without loading screens, you can fly seamlessly from one surface of a planet to another. Where you decide to go and how fast you'll make your way through the universe is completely up to you. Every solar system, planet, ocean, and cave is filled with danger, and you will often be vulnerable. Your ship and suit are fragile, and every encounter can test your abilities and skills to the limit. From dogfighting in space to facing combat on the planet's surface, you will face foes ready to overwhelm you. Collect precious resources on the surface of the planet and trade them for ships, suits, and equipment that will take you to your destiny in the stars. This survival game has had one of the best comeback stories to this day, and the devs have introduced so much free content for this game. If you decide to take a stab at No Man's Sky, you're going to be well taken care of. No Man's Sky is available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Rust strips down survival to its rawest form. You wash up with nothing, punch rocks and trees for basic materials, and claw your way up from a shirtless nobody to a base-owning, gun-wielding threat. This game is PvP first survival, where base can get raided and your loot can vanish while you're offline, and I think that constant tension is the whole point. You gotta respect it even if it's not your cup of tea. This is the game that set the tone for the brutal, no-mercy survival experience so many other games have tried to copy. Definitely not for the faint of heart, because you may be dealing with full loot loss, constant raids, and nobody to hold your hand. Rust is available on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And the final game on the best survival games list has to be Minecraft. I feel like this game is mostly self-explanatory, as it's probably most people's first survival game, especially for the younger audience. And just so you know, I did play this game recently this year actually. I beat up to the Ender Dragon at least, and it still holds up really strong. For the sake of consistency though, Minecraft is a 3D sandbox adventure game developed by Mojang Studios, where players can interact with a fully customizable, 3-dimensional world made up of blocks and entities. Its diverse gameplay options allow players to choose the way they want to play, pretty much creating infinite possibilities. What's crazy is this game still gets updates too after all this time, so it's never too late to jump in and start a new world with Minecraft. If you'd like to see another top 13 where I cover the best medieval games to play, be sure to check that out on the screen right here. Also, don't forget to pay that king's tax of 1 like or 1 sub. And until next time, y'all, thanks for watching, and take care.